In this video, I am going to explain how to create Google Form, and after creating Google Form, how do we upload to the respective student groups. So let me open my Gmail account. So once your Gmail account is opened, we know whatever the left side we have options. We know the right side you have a grid over here, which is Google Apps. Click on Google Apps. There are so many apps which are visible to us. So we have to go to Drive. So once the Drive is open, we can see a plus new over here. So click on this new. There is a drop down we have got. Yeah, we have got a drop down with so many file upload, folder upload, Google Docs, sheets, slides. So we want to create forms. So go to more, and in more you have Google Forms. So click on this Google Forms. So once you click Google Form, there is an untitled form is appeared over here. So this untitled form, I'm going to name it like mock test. And there is this question I'm going to type general data of the student. So name of the student. And I want this name to be, we have so many options. How do you want this question to be? Either you want a short answer type, or you want in paragraph, you want in multiple choice, or drop down. So these are the types of question which you want. So name of the student, I am going to take as a short answer text. If you want new question to be added, go to this plus. Click on this new question you can add. So let us ask about student roll number. So because the roll number is will be in numbers, that number will highlight. I'm going to remove this, and I will put this as short answer only. So further more questions if you want, you can click on this plus. So how many questions you want, you have to use this plus symbol so that you can add question over here. So now I'm going to show about the settings. We have three things over here. So this is a customized theme, and this is preview. I can preview once Google Form is done. We can preview this. I'm going to show you the settings. So once settings is open, so how do you want this form to be? If you want this form to be quiz, so go to quizzes and make this quiz. So this is, by default it is off. So I'm going to make this as a quiz. So once I made this quiz, so these many options are seen now. Do you want to release grade immediately after submission? If you give point values, it will grade automatically. But I am going to do this manual review later after manual review. And respondent can see. What do you want response to see? They can see missed questions. They should not see correct answers. So I am clicking over here. Then they can see the point values. Okay. So once you open this quizzes, you have to make this as a quiz. And how do you want to release the grade? So this is later after manual review. Or if you have only multiple choice type questions, you can put immediately after each submission. and respondent can see. This is very important, that correct answers by default it will be selected. We have to unselect this correct answers. Then go to presentation. So in this presentation, these are by default, it is not selected. One thing is selected here, show link to submit another response. So we don't want any student to submit again. So once they are submitted, it is done. So we should not select this, unselect this show link to submit another response. Okay. Then come to general. So because once you made a quiz and uh, once you select this quiz, automatically it will collect email address. You need not uh, select this. Automatically it will be selected. This will be added in the Google form. I will show you how it is. Then requires to sign in. Limit to one response. Yes, of course, we want only one response from the student. And respondents can edit after submit, see summary charts and test responses. So I think these are not necessary for respondents to do. So these are the settings I have made. Now I'm going to save these settings. Okay. So now you have observed here email address is appeared. Okay. I didn't add this email address question. I've made a quiz. So automatically in general, collect email addresses will be selected and it will be appeared in your Google form. So this is how we can add questions. So let me add one more question in another section. Because this is general data of the student, I will make here. This is general data. So I want another section after this question. So you here two rectangular boxes are there. This is to add section. So section 1 is the general data of the student. In section 2, we can make this as multiple choice questions. Each carries 1 mark. So whatever you want to keep in the description, you can do it. So I have put that each carries 1 mark and I need a question to be added over here. So I am going to add question. So if you want to type your question, you can type it. Otherwise, if you have the questions in your Word document, you can go to your documents. So I have some internal question papers. So I will upload them now. Okay. So these are the questions I already have. So I can copy these questions. Control C. And I want to paste over here. Control V. So your question has come. Make this as question number 1. First question. G of E by F. If you want this to be as fill in the blank, this let it be short answer text only. Or if you want this to be multiple choice, so let me click here multiple choice and I have to give options. G of E by F, option 1. So I will see the options. So these are my options. I am copying, copy, go to your form, paste. So this is how I can paste. Another option, add option. I'll go to my Word document, copy this, go to the form, option 2, I will paste. Okay, let us add another option. Copy, paste. Fourth one, I will keep none of the above. So we have made multiple choice type question. Let me add another question. Or if you want to add any other question in your section 1, go to section 1, add another question. Student combination. So I want the student combination to be in drop down boxes. Okay, so I will mention here BSc first year, second drop down BSc, second year, MSCS, or this one BSc first year, MECS. This one BSc first year, MPCS. Okay, this is a drop down. Then coming to the section 2, if I want to add a question here, click on this. Then I will add another question. Let this be a paragraph. So I will select this question, copy, paste. So this question has options, but this is a short answer type question. So I have to select over here a paragraph. So this will be like they can write a paragraph for this question. So now I want to make this question mandatory. So without submitting also they can, without attempting this question also they can submit. But I want this to be mandatory. So I will put it as required. This is mandatory that they have to fill this. Then student roll number also it's mandatory. So required. Student combination I will mention required. So when we have attended webinars, they have given feedbacks to us. So I hope you all observed that there is a star mark on those Google Forms. That means once you click this, that star will appear and it's mandatory that everybody has to fill that question. Unless they fill, they cannot submit the question. So if you want to make this mandatory, you can put this as required. Click on this, it will be selected. Okay, this is how we copy questions and paste. If at all we have any mathematical equation in the questions, how do we copy them? Okay, so I want to take this question. So let me see if I can copy this. Copy, paste. This is how it appears. integral 1 to infinity. So it's underscore 1 and this upper limit is infinity. So it's a little confusing, right? So I am going to delete this. If you understand, it can be like that, but I am going to delete. And if you can have a clear question by inserting the image. This symbol tells you, this symbol says that you can insert image by using this. So I'm going to insert image for that question. So before inserting that image, I have to make the image of this question. So I'm going to search here snipping tool. So this is snipping tool. I'm new. Then I will snip this, save as Capture One on desktop, save. So now I will upload this picture over here by clicking this select. So drag a file or browse. So I'm browsing. It's on desktop, name Capture One. Open. So this is how it uploads. I can make it little bigger. Okay. So now the question is very clear with this image. So this is how we can insert images also. And if you want this question to be multiple choice or short answer or paragraph, that's up to you. You can give so many options. Okay. So making questions we have learned. Now I will show you how to give the answers to the question. So here when I click this question 1, there is an answer key appeared over here. So go to answer key. And this answer is first option, click. And if you want the points, 1 point, done. So answer will be uploaded. Then for long answer or paragraph questions, we cannot give answers. It's a manual correction. Only for multiple choice. Let me give one more question so that it will be clear. So let me give another question. This is every polynomial. Yeah, this question. Copy. Paste. And I want this to be multiple choice. So go to my Word file. This is the question. Fundamental theorem of algebra. So this I'll copy. Delete. Paste. Now I'll give options. Copy and paste. Added another option. Go to my file. Copy. Copy. Paste. So 3 options are there now. There is an extra option here. If I don't want this option, I will remove by clicking this cross. And here option 4, I will make this as none. So I want to give an answer for this. Go to answer key, select your correct answer, give the points as 1, then click done. So I want to delete this question. So I can delete this question by clicking this delete symbol. Okay. So this we need not save, automatically it will be saved in our drive. I am going to name this as mock test. Okay, this is how we give the questions. If you want, you can preview. Mock test, general data. So all these star represents they are required. So email address, name of the student roll number, and student combination. We have put it as a drop down box. So this is how it appears. With whichever combination they have to select and then submit. Then it will go to the next section of multiple choice questions. So this is the preview of Google form. So questions making is done. What about the responses? Like once the student attempts and submits, so where do those responses save? So there is an option over here, responses. So let me go to this responses. So you can see a green color plus over here. This is a create spreadsheet. So click on this. It will create a new spreadsheet. In my drive, it will be there. So mock test, create. See, Excel sheet is appeared. Timestamp, that means when they have attempted the respective time will be given over here. Their email address. If you give for each and every question proper score, that will be seen here in the score. Then name, student roll number, combination, and this is fill in the blank. This is another question. So you have questions like this. So all these things will be saved in your Excel sheet. And if you want to give a time limit, actually we have to add to our Chrome form limiter. If you don't want that, you can simply, soon after the time gets over, you can simply click this not accepting responses. So if you give us respective time period like 15 minutes, 3 to 3:15, so at 3:15 you can make this not accepting responses. You can click over this so that it will not accept any more responses. And one more thing, we have already kept in settings that they can attempt only once. So once they are done, they cannot do any editings. They cannot resubmit the form. So once they are done, they are done. Once they submit, they cannot do any more changes in their responses sheet. Let us see one response. I'll make some response over here by keeping my mail address and some name, roll number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, combination, MECS, next. See, what is it appeared here? The form mock test is no longer accepting responses. So why it has come over here? Because here I have put not accepting responses. So I will drag this. Now it will accept responses. So let me do this. Preview. My mail address. Name. Some roll number. Combination. Next. Our questions appeared. Let me put the answer. We did not keep this mandatory, so I can leave it. Only this is mandatory. Whatever the questions you want to put as mandatory, or if you don't want, you need not mention required. I can leave this. Now I will submit. Your response has been recorded. So my response is recorded. Now I'll go to the form. So it will show there is one response over here. I will see in the drive, the Excel sheet. Even in Excel sheet, my response is recorded. Okay. And I can preview each and every student this form individually. So this is individual response. This my mail address, name, roll number, combination, and this is what I attempted. Because it's correct, it's showing it's right. Here I have attempted the second one as the correct option, but it's wrong, and correct answer is showing us every polynomial f of x. This is your first option. Okay, this is how it appears. Correct one, it will show in green, and the wrong options, it will show in red. This is how it appears. Okay. So now I did not send this. I did not yet send this to any group. So I want to send this link or this form to my student groups. So click on the send. We have three options over here through mail. This is through mail. If you have mail IDs, you can type mail IDs over here and send through mails. Otherwise, this click on this. This is a link. I will make this shorten URL. So your URL has become very short. This you copy. Okay, I have copied the link. Now I am going to send to my students using WhatsApp group. So I will go to WhatsApp web. WhatsApp web. Internet is very slow. So this is my WhatsApp contacts. I will show you how this WhatsApp web has come. So let me log out first. Okay. So uh, once you open WhatsApp web, this will appear. Okay. So there are 3 points over here. Open WhatsApp on your phone. Tap menu. There are 3 buttons on top right. Select WhatsApp web. So you have to tap this menu and then select WhatsApp web. Then there is a web scammer. WhatsApp web. After you select this will scan QR code. You have to scan this QR code. So my contacts are seen. Okay. So after this, my contacts are seen. I want to suppose I want to send to my student group MSc 2019-20, 21. I have already copied the link of Google form. I will paste. Enter. This form will go to the respective student groups. See, mock test. Okay, this is how I will copy the links through WhatsApp web. Okay, once you send the link, they can attempt the Google form. Yeah, this is our Google form. So this is the link is copied over there. Once you send the link on a particular time, if you send, they can attempt, and you can close, as I showed that you can close this accepting responses. You cannot accept any more responses if they are out of time. I hope you all understood how to create a Google form by using insert questions, how to insert question and how to make multiple choice questions, how to make them short answer text or paragraph type questions, and I have showed how to make the drop down list. Okay. Uh, Actually, for mathematical equations, I have added in my Chrome. This is a equatio. The symbol rhombus symbol is an equatio. So I have added this to my Chrome. I will show you how to add through this equatio. Once you add to your Chrome, each and every question you can see this symbol over here. Insert math. I can insert math over here. Suppose I want to add this option only, let us see. Or I will take another question. Another question. Yeah. If I have to add any mathematical equation, I can go to this symbol equatio. Choose an account to continue. Hello. This equatio has opened here. If you want equation editor, you can write in LaTeX. If you want graph editor, you can do it. Handwriting recognition, you can speech input, you can give voiceover, and equatio mobile. So these are many options. We use only equation editor here. So let me type equation here, integral. So I want a definite integral. So I will put the definite integral f of x. So this is my uh, equation, and I will mention insert math. So once I will put this insert math, automatically this equation will be inserted over here in Google form. So let us see another one. D square, this is cap square. So if you want on superscript, you have to press cap. If you want a subscript, this is d square y. So this is d square y by dx square plus dy by dx plus y is equals to 0. If you want to insert a differential equation, I have typed that in equatio and pressing insert math. This equation is inserted over here. So there are two options to insert equation, mathematical equations. Either you want to insert with an image, you can do it with an image, like snipping tool. You have to snip the image, the equation, snip the equation and make it a folder and then copy. Or you can use the equatio also. For these are specifically for mathematical equations only to insert in Google form. This equatio is there. Okay, once again I will revise. We have to open our Gmail account. In our Gmail account, we have to go to Google Apps, Google Apps. Then we have to go to Drive. So once you click your Drive, our Drive will open. And plus New, click on this. There is a drop down over here. Go to More and click on Google Forms. Here a blank and a format template is there. We have to go to blank form. Okay, once you go to blank form, so untitled form is appeared. Then you can name this form. If you want to add questions, you have to click this plus to add questions. And you want this question to be multiple choice, let it be multiple choice. You can add some options, some more options. If you want this question to be paragraph, you have to choose paragraph. If you want short answer, choose short answer. If you want drop down, check boxes, any options, whatever the option you want, you can choose. Then one thing you have observed, see before settings, I did not do any settings over here, so I cannot, once I add some question and with options, but I cannot see here answer key. So this answer key will be seen only when you put this as quiz. Okay, this select, make this a quiz. And how do you want to release the grade? Later after manual review, and respondent can see missed questions. They should not see correct answers. They can see point values. Then come to presentation. By default, show link to submit another response. We will unselect this. Then come to general. Automatically, this collecting email address will highlight. Then requires limit to one response. And then save. So now you observe that there is an answer key option shown here. So go to answer key. Whichever the answer you feel that is correct, select that, give some points, then done. If suppose you want this answer to be mandatory, you have to make it required. Okay. And if you want to go to the next section, these two rectangular boxes you have to click so that you can go to next section. You can add image as I have shown you. You can add by using this equatio. And coming to the responses. So now the Google form is created. Coming to the responses, I have to create spreadsheet in my drive. It will be saved automatically. Then accepting responses. So once the time is up, you can drag this. It will not accept any more responses. And sending this form to the recipients, go to this link, shorten URL, copy, and wherever you want you can send this. Paste the link, it will be paste and send it. It will go to the respective student groups. So this is how to create Google form, and in Google form how to insert questions, how to insert image, how to insert mathematical equation, and how to create responses sheet, and how to send it to the recipients or student groups. All that we have seen. So once you do practice, it is very easy. You will get it. Thank you.